Hello guys, welcome back to the Tinkercad series. I'm Riddhi and I'm back with another video. In this video, I'll be explaining you the last tool which we need to understand before using Tinkercad perfectly, okay? So I've explained you all the tools in the previous videos. Alright, you can follow my channel, you can follow our channel and watch those videos there. And right now today in this video, I'll be explaining you the last tool which is ruler tool, okay? So it acts like a scale. It helps us giving scaling the perfect measurements for our cubes, for our objects, for the distance between our objects also. All right. So in this video, I just share my screen and tell you how does the scale or the ruler tool works and why is it important. And then we shall see what is the real life scenario usage of it. Okay. All right. So we are back on our work plane. We are back on our working series. Okay. So I'll simply just first I'll drag a ruler over the plane. Okay, I'll place it randomly anywhere. Okay, so let's see what is it giving to us. Okay, so as you can see, it is just providing me a x-axis and a y-axis, right? And this is the midpoint, and this is the x-axis and y-axis. Now you will be asking a question that why is it important? Our our models are already made, but why is it important? Okay, so getting to answer that, right now we are making single models, right? Now, right now we are making only single models, but if we need to place two or three objects in parallel or in any other placement, so we'll be needing measurements for that. We'll be needing exact measurements that how much the distance should be between the two cubes or between the two objects. Okay, for example, suppose we are making a house's model. So I need pillars for that, right? So I need four pillars for making a house on Tinkercad. So the four pillars should be equally distanted from each other. Okay, they should be placed with equal distance. All right. So how do I measure that distance? I cannot manually go onto these small squares and measure that distance. So for measuring that distance, for making a perfect measurement, for making an accurate measurement, we need this ruler tool. Okay. So I'll give you an example. Like if I place a cube over here, over the midpoint, all right. So now what is happening? Now it is giving me all the measurements of the cube, right? So now you'll be telling me that ma'am, already this, if I place the cube over here without the ruler, then also the cube is giving me all these measurements, which is right. Now if we see what measurements are given to us, that there is a cube which is 20 by 20 by 20, right? So that means its length, width, and height. All three things are 20. Okay, the ruler is not playing any major role till now. Okay, so but again, if I drag another cube and place it on a random distance, now what the ruler tool is doing, let's see. Okay, so now as you can watch, my screen is telling me more details, right? So now my screen is telling me that what distance are the two cubes placed, right? Like the distance from the x-axis, from the midpoint to the last cube is 41 millimeters, right? And again, it is telling me the measurements, and it is telling me the measurements between the distance, right? So right now, the ruler is placed here. The ruler is placed on this edge. What if I place my ruler on this edge, right? So I'll again drag a ruler. I'll just place it over here, over this edge of the cube, right? I'll place it over here. Let's see what is happening. So as you can see, now also I'm getting the measurements of cube, which is 20 by 20 by 20, but also along with the measurements of cube, I'm getting the distance between both the cubes. Is it clear now? Now you understand what is the importance of ruler tool. So this is 21 millimeters, which in green you can see distance between both the cubes is 21 centimeter. So it is very important for us if we are making certain model in which we need accurate measurements, or in which we need the two objects or two components of the model to be parallel, or to be in any particular placement in any particular setup. So we'll be needing these requirements, these measurements, right? So now if I just now I know that the distance between both the cubes is 21. What if I wish to change it to say 25 millimeters? I can just do that and the cubes will move to the accurate measurement as well. Okay, so this helps us in making the accurate design. Okay, So right now I have two cubes placed at equidistant from each other. Okay. Now I'll go to the home view. I'll just zoom in a bit. Now, if I select both of them and just copy and paste, so I'll get another set of parallel cubes, which I can place just behind them, right? I can just place behind them, right? So I did not wanted, I sorry, I did not had to drag another two cubes and measure their distance. Okay, so this is how it helps us. Now if I'll simply place the ruler tool over here, over this distance, right, and I'll make this say 25 millimeters again. Okay, so this is how it works. If I'll go this one and I'll see the front view. Got it. So this is how it works. You can measure the distance, you can place the ruler anywhere you wish to, and the top view will help you watch if they're parallel or not. Okay. If I again drag down a ruler and I place it over here, and I just shift both of my cubes to certain distance, right? And okay, so this distance is 65, right? And for measuring the previous cube's distances, I'll again place a ruler over here. I'll again place a ruler over here. Okay. So now they're parallel, as you can see. So this is how now they are parallel, as you can see. So this is how the ruler tool helps us in making the perfect measurements. Okay. Okay. So now we'll be performing. Now you guys know all the tools. You're familiar with all the tools in Tinkercad with all the things. Okay, so now we'll be doing a little bit complex activity than before. Like in the previous video, we made a simple keychain using these tools. So right now, we'll be making a coffee mug using these tools. Okay. So for a coffee mug, firstly, I need a base, right? So I'll just simply drag a cylinder. I have a cylinder over here. Okay. So what do I need to do? I just increase its size a little bit, right? So, okay, so in previous video, what you saw that from my second video with Tinkercad series, it had an activity, it contained an activity in which I was making a hollow cube or a hollow box, right? So the same mechanism will help me cut this cylinder into the base of a coffee mug, right? But in the hollow cube, the cube was completely hollow, like it was see-through from both the sides. But obviously, the end purpose of coffee mug is that we have to pour the liquid into it. So we have to make sure the liquid doesn't spill. We have to make sure the liquid doesn't spill out of the thing. So for that we need to okay, sorry. For that, we need to measure the equal distance and minus a certain millimeters for that. So, which will help me to cut down the entire cylinder in a particular fixed measurement without cutting down the base. So for that, I will just copy and paste. I will just duplicate my cylinders. Okay, you can do it from these tools also, as I've told you earlier. So right now I have two identical cylinders. Okay, so I will use this cylinder for getting me a base out of this cylinder. Okay, so the duplicate cylinder will help me cut out a base. Okay, let's see how. So for cutting the base, I need this cylinder to be smaller than this one, right? Because then only it will fit into its surface. Okay, so I'll just simply minimize it a little bit for making its measurements lesser than the cube, original cylinder. Okay, so right now, and also I'll just increase its height so that I'm able to see, I'm able to watch what is happening. I'm able to watch how is the cylinder's top is cut down. Okay, but one more thing, guys. Okay, here's an important thing. If firstly I need to make this hollow. Okay, then only I can cut the cylinder. Okay, so right now if I simply move it in here, okay, so here's an important thing. Right now it's very simple and very clear that I am getting this margin, the yellow cutted out margin for my coffee mug, which is favorable for me. So I'll just simply group them. For grouping them, I'll go with Control plus G. So it has cut the cylinder for me. But if I see it, it has made it hollow, right? And I don't need a hollow one because I need to pour liquid into it. Okay, any liquid I have to pour into it, so it won't go hollow. It doesn't work like that. So I'll do the undo thing again, and I'll take my cylinder back. Now, what is the mistake we are doing? What is it that we are missing? We are doing wrong. We are doing wrong that we have minimized the measurements, we have minimized the radius, and we've increased the height so that it is easily visible for me to see how is it cutting down. But I have kept the base equal, right? Base is touching its base, right? The hollow cylinder's base is touching the original cylinder's base, so definitely it will cut down the base and it will make the cylinder hollow. But for that I need to lift it up from the surface a little bit, right? After lifting it up from the original surface, then I can place it here, right? So after placing it here, now let's try the grouping tool again. I'm going with Control plus G. Okay, let's watch what is happening, right? I've got a base, right? I've got a base right now so that my liquid doesn't spill out, it doesn't get destroyed. So now I've got a base. So this was an easy tool, this was an easy way in which I can get a hollow thing or a thing with the base, okay? So this is done. Now the base for a coffee mug is completed, okay? So next we need a handle, a holder for that, right? A holder for this we need. So we can go crazy, we can try with anything, but since it's our fourth video only, so I'll go with a simple ring over here, right? If I lift it up and if I will simply change its measurements, okay, and I'll get it parallel to it. Okay, I'll get it parallel to it. Right. So exceeding it, I've got it parallel to it, right? So now I've got the ring, and if I cut it, guys, if I like just simply put it into this, and if I cut this, so I'll get a holder kind of thing. Okay. This is how this is how I will get the holder kind of thing. But if you watch it from the top view, it is coming inside, and I surely do not need that. So now here's where the tools play a major role. I'll simply take it back. I'll just simply take it back. After that, I will go to cruise tool and I will place it here. For that, we've got the ring and we can have a top view right now to see that our base is hollow. Our base is not hollow because we need to pour down liquid into it, and we have a ring. And the ring will help us in making the holder once we press it into it, right? But pressing it into it will give me a problem, which is this, right? Because they are still two different objects. They are still the two different things, two different placements for me. So for making them one system, for making them one setup, what do I need to do? Here's a simple tool, which is grouping tool, right? So this is why the tools are important. Like if you get stuck like this, what do you need to do? What do you have to do? You just simply need to you just simply need to group them. Okay, so we'll go with that. I'll just select the entire thing and go with Control plus G. So right now you can see it is a part of that. And okay, so now after grouping them, if you'll see, now it's not cutting it. Okay, so now it does not cut it, and it's one unit, it's a single unit right now, and it is looking like a coffee mug to me. Okay, so now for decorating it, firstly I'll just change its color. Blue is looking very boring to me, so I'll go with light orange night this time, right? So now what else we can add to it? You can add anything you want. Okay, you can simply add text to that. Okay, so we'll just go and make it K. Okay, you can try any random letter, and if I lift it up from the ground, then I just simply try to place it like this, and a little bit to the sidewards thing. Okay, so now I just simply press cruise, and I can place it over my mug, right? So if you see, it is placed over my mug. It's not inside it, it's not outside it, it's not in the air, it's placed over my mug. Okay, so zooming in, now I can also change its color, and I can go to a darker shade of orange, maybe a more darker one like this. So front view, right? So you can actually 3D print it. You can actually make your own customized coffee cups. You can make your own customized number of stuff you want to do. For that, you need to just you need just a little practice for that, and you can make anything you wish. Okay, so this is our cup is ready. Now you can also add another elements to it, like you can simply add a star, you can add a heart. That's completely depends on your wish, what you're trying to make. Okay, one more thing guys, before concluding this video, now as you all have learned that what tools are there in Tinkercad and how are they working and how do they help us. So what you can try random stuff. You can go wild, you can go crazy, and you can just try random stuff from that. Okay, firstly, I'll select the entire thing and move it to the back area. Okay, so right now I'll just go random. Okay, I'll just go random and choose a hexagon. Okay, so I'll just make it broad. I'll increase its height, and let's see what happens. I am not planning to do anything. I am not prepared for anything. Okay, so firstly, right now it's just a chunk of solid thing, so let me make it hollow once. Okay, so again, control copy and paste, and I can just place it, base this render here. Let's make it hollow once. Okay, let's make a base like the coffee mug once. Okay, so I'll just simply shrink it in the measurements, increase its height, and lift it from the surface so that it doesn't make my shape hollow, right? So converting it into hole and placing it here. But the margin is very less, so I can maybe shrink my hexagon a little more. Now placing it into the hexagon again. Okay, I guess it's fine now. And now if I'll just group it. Okay, so this is very clear to you guys that I've got a base. Okay, I've got a stand like thing, but the stand is too boring to me right now. Like it's just standing in the middle of something. Okay, so I can maybe copy and paste it. That's great. You have seen certain pen holders like this, I guess, right? You can what you've seen pen holders like this. Like people are making DIYs, people are making handicrafted paper meshed things, stuff like this. But there was a simple tool, like, oh, I cannot also call it a tool, it was a just random experiment that I just copy pasted the same thing for thrice, same I did the same thing thrice, and I've got an interesting pen holder. Firstly, I'll just change its color and convert it into a shift it into a lighter shade, so that it is visible to me. Okay, I'll go with orange again. Okay, so now if you'll watch this, there's a perfect geometry on its surface, right? There's an interesting geometry on its surface, and a storage area for pens, paint brushes, or any other thing, right? So the point of me telling you this, that now you are aware of all the tools. Now you're aware that how does tools work, how to place them, and when you're stuck in some problem, what tool do you need to go to. Okay, so you're aware of all that. So just take out random things, take up random images from here, random models from here, and start exploring, start experimenting. Then only you will then you only your experiments, or you'll be achieving to new things, you'll be achieving to creativity. Okay, one thing is that you're given a project, or you're wishing to make something, that's a separate thing. But it just took me 2 minutes, right? The experiment took me 2 minutes, and I've approached a new thing, I've approached a creative thing, I've approached a creative geometry over here, and a pen holder for me, which is utilizable object for me, right? So just don't go and do the traditional things, go with random stuff, go with random things and all. Okay, so I'll conclude this video now, and in the upcoming video we will be doing a little more complex thing. I'll be making a sketch on the paper. Okay, I'll be making a 3D sketch on a paper, and then we will convert that sketch into the actual 3D model on Tinkercad. Okay, so also in the coming videos, I'll be telling you how to convert these models into STL files. Okay, so the 3D printer the 3D printer demands STL files for get the model to be printed. So in the upcoming videos, I'll be telling you how to make the STL files and how can we actually go to a 3D printer, and we'll also print things. Okay. Thank you so much. Let's meet in the next video.